Welcome to Living English at the Houston Public Library, a 25-lesson language learning program that focuses on how you work, play, and interact with others in your everyday life. Hello, my name is Ryan Bowden from the Houston Public Library. Welcome to Living English at HPL. Today, we're going to be discussing grammar and vocabulary related to entertainment, which can mean a lot of different things. You might want to go see a comedian. You might want to go to a sporting event, if you can. Or you might want to play some video games. So let's jump right into our vocabulary, So first we're going to talk about mediums. So medium is just what exactly we are using as entertainment. So you might like music. Music is something that entertains us. Sports can be entertainment if you're watching sports, right? Things like basketball or baseball, for example. Video games are a medium for entertainment. You might enjoy spending time playing video games. Or finally, books. I'm at a library, so I got to admit, I do love books. Now, within that, there are different types within each medium. So if you're watching television, which is a medium, you might like comedies or dramas. That's a genre. Or if you like music, you might like rock music or folk music or hip hop. Those are all genres of music. For books, you might like fiction. Specifically, that looks like science fiction to me. Or if you like video games, you might like real-time strategy games, like the one down here. So let's get deeper into music. To experience music, you might go to a concert, right? You might go to a very specific type of concert at the symphony, right? The symphony has all of the string instruments and the drums and the woodwinds and all kinds of things. So that's the symphony right there. You might get your music from a streaming service, which means you're getting your music online. Not many people using vinyl anymore, although that is wonderful, but a lot of people today getting it from a streaming service. And then finally, if you're like me, you listen to your music with your headphones on because you don't want to bother anyone else, because everybody has their own taste. So wearing your headphones to listen to music. What about people in entertainment? Well, if you were watching, then you're one of the people involved in entertainment. You're part of the audience, right? So all those folks right there sitting down, they're all part of the audience. Over here, we have some actors on a stage. So the actors are performing for everyone on the stage. Over here, we have a musician. He's a cartoon musician, but a musician nonetheless, performing on the piano. And then finally, we have an author. Looks like he's typing away on a typewriter. I like that. It's old school. So typing away in his typewriter, that's the author. Now, what about places where you might find entertainment? Well, shameless plug, I'm going to say the library is someplace where you can find entertainment. We have books, we have movies, we have the internet, we have all kinds of things. So you can definitely be entertained at the library. Another place might be a theater. This is a movie theater, but you can go to the theater. There might be a theater with stage performers as well. But we can see a big empty theater right there. You might go to a stadium and watch a sporting event like baseball or football or soccer. Or, like I said, you might see something on the stage. The stage is actually the surface that the people are performing on. The theater is the whole building, and the stage is just where the people are performing. It's an important difference. So, let's practice this together. We saw these images already, and I'm going to have you choose the correct sentence. So, the actors are on the stage, or the actors are on the theater? Which one do you think it is? You can pause your video and make your selection. Well, if you said the actors are on the stage, you are correct, right? The stage might be in the theater, but where are they? They're on the stage right now. That's what that is. How about down here? The symphony is waiting for the performance, or the audience is waiting for the performance. What do we think? Well, if you said the audience is waiting for the performance, you are correct. The symphony would actually be doing the performing. Not in that situation, but they would be performing. Let's try again. The musician is working on his book, or the author is working on his book. Well, if he's working on a book, then he's an author. Musicians can also be authors, but in this case, number 2 makes the most sense. That makes the most sense in this case. And then finally down here, I just got a new book from the library, or I just got a new book from the theater. Well, if that picture is any indication, we just got a new book from the library. So come on down and get a book from the library. Science fiction is my favorite genre of book, or science fiction is my favorite medium of book. Which would that be? Well, that would have to be genre. Science fiction is a genre of book. And if we take a look at the expressions on their faces of these people over here, looking at the audience, this movie is most likely a drama, or looking at the audience, this movie is most likely a comedy. Well, a comedy is going to make people laugh, so that's probably a comedy. That's probably what it is. Okay, well, I hope you got those. If you didn't, go head back and try again. But if you're ready to move forward, let's look at adjectives. So adjectives are used to describe a person, a place, or a thing, and we've used these before. So a few very simple sentences. The car is red. So right here we have a red car. What's the adjective? Red, right? What's the noun? Car. That is a thing, and that thing is red. We're describing that thing. Let's look at another one. Yao is tall. That's true. Yao Ming is a very tall man. So what is the adjective? Tall. He's very tall. What's the noun? Yao, that is a person. So this person is very tall. We're describing him that way. And then finally, Texas is big. So that's a map of Texas right there. What are we describing? Texas is the noun. It's a place. And Texas is big. It's much bigger than a lot of other states. All right, so now we're going to practice our adjectives. Now I've done the practice for you right here already, so I can explain what I need. What I want you to do is for each sentence I provide, I want you to circle the noun in the sentence and underline the adjectives. Remember, there can be more than one adjective and more than one noun in a given sentence. So for this one, we can see there is a rock concert happening in the image. Now, the rock concert was loud, right? So what are the adjectives? The adjectives are going to be rock and loud. I apologize. Why? Because it is a rock concert. That's the type of concert, the genre of concert that it is. It's also a very loud concert, right? It's going to be very loud. What's the noun? The noun is concert. That's the thing that we are talking about. So once again, we underlined the adjectives and we circled the noun, okay? So let's try this on our own on another slide here. So we have number 1 and number 2. Number 1, the small audience thinks the movie is very funny. And 2, the stadium was very large and the people were so loud. So I'd like you to underline the adjective or adjectives and circle the noun or nouns. Remember, there can be more than one. Pause the video and try it on your own. All right, how'd we do? Number 1, the small audience. So what we have here is the adjective is small. It's only 7 people. It's a very small group of people. So the audience is small. They think the movie, that's another noun, it's a thing we're talking about. The movie is very funny. They're all laughing, so the movie must be pretty funny. Let's take a look at this one down here. The stadium is a thing, it's a building that we're talking about, was very large. It's a big area, right? And the people in the stadium, that's going to be, right, a person, place, or thing, were so loud. We're describing the people. So once again, we can have more than one adjective and more than one noun in a given sentence. If you got those, great job. If not, go back and try again. Make sure you practice on your own. Again, I'm Ryan Bowden from the Houston Public Library. Thank you so much for joining us. Check back soon for more content.